you're doing well. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Grace Kombe and I make YouTube videos around faith, wellness, and lifestyle. So basically, in today's video, I wanted to discuss a topic that's very important for everyone. If you're human and you're living, this is something that you need to take seriously, and it's something that you should know like various facts about. So today's topic is nutrition, which is essential for our bodies to function, because even if you lose everything, you still go on if your body is still going on. So our bodies are like our temple, and we need to take really good care of our bodies. And even the Bible says like the body is the temple of God, so you need to take very good care of it. What you put into it is very, very important, and basically that's what we're going to be discussing in this video. So basically what your diet should be looking like, what your body should be taking in, and things that are harmful to your body and to your nutrition. Yeah, so basically I'm gonna start by defining nutrition as simply as I can. So basically nutrition is basically like how your body processes the food that you take in, right? So whatever that you take in, how your body breaks that down, from your digestion to how it uses it to function different parts of different organs and different parts of the body, and just how your body uses that food. So there is such a thing as good nutrition, and there is such a thing as bad nutrition. So basically what I'm trying to encourage in this video is good nutrition. And yeah, I hope you learned something, and please do comment down below if you have anything to add. I'm not like an expert nutritionist, so I'm just here to give information that I have learned over the years around nutrition. Yeah, so basically when we talk about nutrition, one of the most important things to consider is your diet. And I know you hear people saying have a balanced diet, have a balanced diet, and sometimes we may wonder what a balanced diet looks like, right? So basically a balanced diet is a diet where your meals involve in a day a mixture of whole grains, a mix of different fruits and vegetables, healthy lean meat, protein, starch, right? So whole grains are kind of like let's talk about, for example, in our context, if you in Zambian households, you find that we eat a lot of nshima. So rather than having breakfast meal, you then get roller meal, that's whole grain, right? Rather than having white rice, you then go for your brown rice, that is whole grain. So your white rice and your breakfast meal are very processed, and in the process, because of all the processing and they now look white, they lose their nutritional value. So basically what I look out for is like anything that looks brown is healthier than what looks white when it comes to starch. So that's a place to start. Mix of fruits and vegetables in a day, different mix of fruits and vegetables. So basically that will look like different colors of fruits and vegetables. Your vegetables should have different variety of colors, your fruits should have different variety of colors in a day. And what's recommended for your body in a day is five servings of fruits and vegetables in a day. So basically if I have chihuahua, I have an apple, I have a banana, I have wondwe, and I have cabbage, that's 5. So in a day you should be aiming to have 5 servings of fruit and veg. So that could look like with your breakfast you have a banana, maybe at 10 a.m. you have an apple, at lunchtime you have wondwe, at 16 hours you could have strawberries, and then at dinner time you could have chihuahua. So that accounts for 5 servings of fruit and vegetables. So yeah, a mix of different kinds of fruits and vegetables. Don't just stick to one, not every day, just rape or Chinese cabbage, which sometimes I do fall into the habit of, but it's important that you are like mixing different kinds of fruits and vegetables for like a healthy diet, right? Then it's also important that with your meals, you're having at least consistent meals throughout the day. So this could look like a mixture of meals and snacks every 3 to 4 hours. It's important that you don't just wait for the big meals, like your breakfast, wait and not have anything to your lunch, and then wait and not have anything to your dinner. You need smaller meals in between, smaller snacks in between the main meals, in between your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, to keep your metabolism running in a healthy manner and to keep your body fueled, basically. So if I have my breakfast at 7 a.m., I should then have something at 7, 8, 9, 10. At 10 a.m., I should have a snack, which could be roasted nuts or cassava. That's healthy. So I have that at around 10 a.m. Then I come to have my lunch at, say, 1 p.m. At 4 p.m. I then should have another snack, which could look like popcorn, which is very healthy as well, and is also considered a whole grain, right? So then I have popcorn at 4 p.m. and the fruit. And then I come have my dinner. My dinner will then consist of a mix of like what I talk about, like your starch, your vegetables, could be a fruit and veg, a mix of fruit and veg, and your like lean, healthy meat, basically. So lean healthy meat or lean fats would basically look like your normal chicken, but you take off the skin. So skin on chicken accounts for, like on each chicken piece, skin on chicken accounts for 80% of the fat content in chicken. So if you just take off the skin on your chicken, you're taking off like 80% of the fat on the chicken. So it's very important that if you want to live a healthy lifestyle, you do away with the skin on the chicken. With pork chops are healthy. Most people think they're not healthy. They're healthy as long as you take off the fat layer of it, then you make it like a lean fat, basically. So the fat layer of a pork chop also like makes up a whole lot of like the pork chop fat content. So take off the fat on the pork chop, and that's basically taking off a lot of the unhealthy stuff on the pork chop. So when it comes to preparing your meals as well, it's also very important that when you're taking off your fats, you're not then going to still fry the chicken again, like all this cooking oil. If you do want to like fry it, I would rather you do it in olive oil. It's a bit more pricey. But look, at the end of the day, I think it's a well-known fact by now that if you want to live a healthy lifestyle, it can be a bit more expensive than an unhealthy lifestyle. But it's important that you do invest in your health because, as I said, like your body is the one thing that you have to the very end, right? So if it means spending a few extra kwachas, budget for it and do that because you're looking out for yourself and your body is what you have at the end of the day. So if you're gonna fry, rather use olive oil. It's healthier than like just normal cooking oil, but even much healthier than that is to basically like grill your food or roast your food, right? So you're not adding any oils to it, you're just putting it in the grill. When it's done, you then eat your food with your vegetables, which you can also roast, which is a healthier way as opposed to like cooking your vegetables with lots of cooking oil. Yeah, another thing about nutrition and your meals is that you should accompany your nutrition and your health meals with lots of water throughout your day. So as an adult, it's advised that you have 2 to 3 liters of water in a day. And yeah, lots of people do struggle with drinking water. I sometimes do have that issue. I've got like seasons, like I may have this season where I've been very good with my water consumption, and then I may have a season where I just don't feel like water. But once we know how important water is and what it does to our bodies, we'll then know that it's vital. Even if we don't feel like it, we're adults, we have to do it. There's things that you don't feel like doing, but because they're important and they're good for you, you have to do them. So basically 2 to 3 liters of water a day. And also it's advised that you begin your day with like a warm cup of water or like lukewarm water to start your day. So before you take any food, do have like a lukewarm cup of water when you wake up, just to kind of wash out your system from the time you were asleep at night. And then through the day, if you go to work or if you're at school, carry a water bottle with you. That helps you like keep track of how much water you're taking in, basically. So if you have a 500 ml bottle, you know, like once it's done, fill it up again, fill it up. So four of those will make 2 liters in a day, which would be like good for your water consumption in the day. In the warmer seasons or when it's the hot season, summer, you then take 3 liters of water in a day because you're then losing more water through your sweat throughout the day, right? And when I talk about like water consumption, why it's so important, of course, we're losing water throughout the day, but then it also goes to clean out like various parts of our body. Like imagine, for example, you're from eating in Shima and then you leave a plate in the sink without rinsing it with water, right? If you come back after just over an hour, then Shima would have held onto that plate. And for me, that's how I like to imagine like food that's going through my system. Like if I have food and then I don't drink enough water, I imagine that all the food has gotten clogged into like different various parts of my body. And if I come to have water only like after a very long time, it's not gonna wash off as effectively as if I had water like consistently, right? And warm water, that's why warm water is even better. Or even if you can have like teas as well throughout the day, that's also really good, because then you're like washing out all these things that clog into like your different parts of your body and your esophagus and your like arteries and everything, which can lead to like those parts clogging up and not having a very healthy inside. So you will notice that the more you drink water, you start to feel healthier, and people even like start to notice the differences in their skin if they're drinking lots of water. And it is a real thing, because your body is getting cleansed and washed out, and it starts to reflect on the outside, meaning the inside is being healthy and being taken care of, and it starts to reflect on the outside. So water consumption is very, very important, and it's a habit that you need to develop and like make a good habit out of it. So always have a water bottle with you. That helps you track your water consumption. It's very easy to get carried away during the day. Like if you're at work, you could have a very busy morning, and then by midday you realize you haven't had any water. But if your bottle is right there on your desk, you probably will have water. So water consumption is very, very important, and try and have much of your water throughout the day. Not a lot of water past 6 p.m. because then you might feel bloated, but rather have it like through the day from morning till like before 6, and then not too much after 6 p.m. Another part of nutrition that is worth mentioning, which is very, very important, is alcohol consumption and alcohol limits. So this is something that most people may not be aware of, but there is different alcohol limits for men and for women. Because we're made differently, and because like, yeah, our bodies function differently, women are able to do things that men aren't able to do, and vice versa. We have different organs, some of our organs are different. It's important that we know what the daily limit for women is and what the daily limit for men is when it comes to alcohol consumption, and why it's dangerous if we do pass this daily limit, right? So basically, when it comes to women, a woman's body can process 2 to 3 units of alcohol in a day. A man's body can process 3 to 4 units of alcohol in a day, right? So what is a unit? A unit is basically 1 unit is a glass of wine, that is 1 unit. So just a normal glass of wine is 1 unit. A shot, like a small shot glass, if you're having like whiskey or whatever else, tequila that you put in shots, that's 1 unit. That's considered 1 unit. And a lager, like a lager or cider, like a Mosi lager or cider, not the big ones, the normal like size ones, that's considered 1 unit, right? So if I am out with friends, for example, and I'm taking alcohol, and that night I've already had 3 glasses of wine or 2 to 3 glasses of wine, that's it. I shouldn't have any more. After that, my body will not be able to process the excess alcohol, right? If I'm a man and I've already had 3 bottles of Mosi lager or whatever lager I'm drinking, or 3 shots, I then shouldn't add other Mosi and other wine and other beverages, alcohol beverages onto that. That's going to ruin my body at the end of the day in the long term. So it's important that we stick to 2 to 3 units for women and 3 to 4 units for men. And if you can, don't mix your alcohols, like take shots and then wine and then lagers. Try to stick to the same kind of alcohol if you are out with friends. Or if you are just gonna have the 3 or the 2, just have like, if you're gonna have a shot, a glass of wine and a cider, that's like still just below how much your body should be taking, but rather stick to 1 kind of alcohol. So alcohol abuse is dangerous because if you go beyond 3 to 4, your body is not able to break down that alcohol, and then it goes towards damaging different parts of your body. So this looks like different kinds of cancers. So if you don't, if you go above the 3 to 4 units for women and 2 to 3 units for women and 3 to 4 units for men, you are at risk of breast cancer, which breast cancer both men and women can get. Men do not, they can get breast cancer. Men can actually get breast cancer. So you are at a higher risk of getting breast cancer, cancer of the throat, cancer of the rectum, cancer of the stomach, cancer of the liver, and liver damage. So those are things that you are at risk of. You're at a higher risk of getting high blood pressure. You're at a higher risk of getting a stroke. And basically, these are all called lifestyle diseases. So lifestyle diseases, which falls under non-communicable diseases. So I'll start by explaining non-communicable diseases. Non-communicable diseases, or NCDs, are diseases that cannot be passed on from one person to another. So as I said, these are like most types of cancers. Strokes, heart disease, kidney failure, cataracts, diseases that cannot really be passed on from one person to another. That's a non-communicable disease. So under non-communicable diseases, you then have your lifestyle diseases, which are diseases that come about due to bad nutrition excessive alcohol consumption, which I've spoken about, and also like a lack of exercise, which exercise and nutrition go hand in hand. So yeah, lifestyle diseases, as I've said, can look like various kinds of cancers, which can come about due to alcohol abuse and bad nutrition, stroke, high blood pressure, heart disease, kidney disease. If you're a smoker, lung disease is also a lifestyle disease. So with alcohol, there is a limit, as I said, 2 to 3 for women and 3 to 4 for men in units. For smoking, smoking has no like limit. Smoking is bad. Whether you have one cigarette or lots of cigarettes, your body is not able to process that tobacco, and it will go towards ruining different parts of your body. So if you do smoke, rather just don't smoke, because there's no limit to smoking, or like this is how much your body can take. Smoking is bad, period. Just don't do it. Yeah, so basically that's on nutrition. The little bit I had, if I did have more time, I would have spoken a bit more about it, but that's just to let you know like what a healthy diet looks like, which of course should be coupled with exercise. And it's very important that we do like have a healthy diet, because we generally as Africans don't have a very good like workout culture or exercise culture. So if we're not exercising at least 3 to 4 times a week, we should actually make sure that we're practicing good nutrition. And with the fruits and vegetables, it also helps you have like your own little backyard garden, so that you have no excuse as to I don't have vegetables today, and you end up just having starch. But if the vegetables are there readily available, it's much easier to just pluck them from your garden and make them for yourself as you go through the day, and take some to work as well. Or if you're going to school, that's also very important. So please do practice good nutrition. If you have a family, pass on this information and encourage them to do the same, because bad nutrition can lead to a lot of lifestyle diseases that most of the time are very hard to cure, or make us end up being on like medicine, or yeah, all these drugs that we have to depend on for the rest of our lives. So nutrition is very important. Everyone needs it. If you have a body and you're a person, good nutrition should be practiced always. Good hydration, 2 to 3 liters a day, should be practiced always. And yeah, we should know our limits when it comes to alcohol consumption. If you can avoid alcohol completely, that's even better. Rather, don't do it if you can avoid it. But if you do want to take alcohol, then do stick to the limits of alcohol consumption. If you smoke, just don't do it. There is no benefit to it. There's nothing that your body can take and break down when it comes to smoking. It's bad for you. So yeah, that's basically what I had for you today on nutrition. Thank you so much for watching. If you do have any comments, as I said before, please do comment down below. Yeah, if you are new here, please do subscribe, and please share this video, as it's very useful information to share with other people, and people can learn a lot from this video. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.